Hello everybody, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've been in the studio and I'm sure you're glad. They always make me look a lot better. Well, today I wanted to continue on the conversation that I started a couple weeks ago about divorce and things relating to that. So my comment question comes from Jackie 1996. Colette, I'm 16 now, but I recently lost my mother this year in February when I was 15. My father means the world to me, but I don't know how I'd feel about him dating. We've talked about it, and I know someday he's going to have to move on, but I'm also aware that it'll affect me and my two brothers. I'd just like some advice, please and thank you. Jackie, thank you so much for asking this question and for taking the time to let me know a little bit more about your experience, and my heart goes out to you. I know that you're feeling a lot of emotions right now and you're going through a hard time. I think that the same type of feelings can be felt by kids that are going through parents being divorced, because even though they're not experiencing a loss of a loved one per se, they're experiencing a loss of the family unity and security that they once had. In my own experience, when my mother passed away, I did feel a lot of emotions. I felt guilty, I felt angry, and I went through sadness, obviously. I felt all these emotions. Sometimes they were all bundled up into one, and sometimes they were at different times. It was hard for me to understand why I was feeling all these feelings because, clearly I shouldn't have felt guilty, but I think that everybody experiences those kind of feelings when, the death of a loved one or divorce. Those are part of the process of grieving and getting through a change and getting over things like that. It's important to remember as you're going through these emotions that it's normal, it's going to happen, and it's not going to make sense all the time, but you're going to feel them, and it's important to embrace them. Just let yourself feel the emotions, and the most important thing is to talk about them. Talk to your friends, talk to your teachers, talk to anybody that you can really confide in, but most importantly, make sure that you are talking to your parents. As hard as it may be, they need to know what you're going through. Life is going to happen, and life situations change, and if there's one thing that I've learned in my life, the only constant is change. And a lot of times I feel like we're feeling all those emotions because we can't control the change, and we want to. We want to be able to control what's going on, but we can't. We can't control what our parents' choices are. We can't control what life throws at us. But what we can do is control our attitude towards what's happening to us and our reactions and what we do with what life is thrown at us. After my mom passed away and my dad was, feeling all of those emotions himself before he started dating again, I remember watching him experience the loss of mom. I remember seeing him cry, and I remember seeing him try to make dinner and trying to get the laundry done, and I remember feeling so bad for him and feeling like I wanted to help him. And so for me, when he started dating again, it was a relief. I really, truly, and honestly felt like he needed somebody, and not only did he need somebody, I was to that age where I needed a mom to talk to things I did not want to tell my dad. And it was an easier process for me when he started dating just because of all of that. I feel like I was able to see what he was going through and put myself in his shoes and understand that he needed somebody to be with, and he wanted to help in raising kids and in life in general, because let's be honest, everybody wants to feel love and companionship. Just because there's a death in the family or two parents can't work it out and they get divorced, I feel like everybody still deserves to have a companionship and a love in their life. If you're experiencing your parents going through a divorce, you may feel a little bit differently because there may be feelings of anger and judgment towards parents. You might not understand what's going on and why this is happening. But I think it's important to remember to give your parents the benefit of the doubt. When you try to put yourself in their shoes, it will be easier for you to understand why, when they start dating again, why they're doing what they're doing, and to understand that your family unit has changed, but that doesn't mean that you're not a family anymore. Your parents may have different companions, but you can embrace those people into your family union. And I mean, in an ideal world, everybody could work together, but I know that doesn't always happen. I know it can be difficult when you're going through this, but trying to realize that everybody deserves happiness, including your parents, even if they've made mistakes. Which leads me into my advice for parents. When I was talking to my dad about this question I was going to be answering today, he had a lot of good points and a lot of things that he told me that I didn't really realize when I was younger and going through it myself. It's important to let time pass, regardless of whether it was a loss of a loved one or divorce. But give your kids time to grieve. Give yourself time to grieve and to get over what has happened before you jump into or even think about the idea of dating. Let some time pass for everybody to bring their emotions back down and grasp reality again. And during this time, you need to, as the parent, be completely open and honest with your kids about your emotions, your feelings, what's going on, and obviously be honest with yourself. Don't start casting blame on the other parent or judgments or showing your kids the anger, but be open with your feelings and talk about it and say, you know what, I'm really struggling with this and I just want you to know that. And your kids are going to respect you more. They're going to feel more connected to you because they're going through emotions as well. And if you guys can be open about the type of emotions you're feeling and include each other in on those, you're going to grow together. I really feel like communication is the #1 thing that you need to have. Even if it might be really difficult, the emotions you're feeling might be difficult to open up to your parents and tell them. But ultimately, don't keep anything from your parents. They need to know what you're going through and feeling. Even if you think it may make them feel bad, you need to be honest. I think my last advice for the parent is to be respectful and responsible in your dating. Be very cautious. Take everything very slow. Take your time and make sure that you realize you're not just dating to make yourself happy anymore. You're dating to bring another member of the family in, somebody that's going to mesh with your kids and want to take care of them and be a parent, all in. I hope that that was helpful. I have so many other thoughts attached to this, and I know that there's so much when you're going through this to try to grasp and put your head around. But you can do it, and I am here for you guys. I hope that that was helpful. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comments below. Let me know your experiences, your struggles, and let's just work on this together. All right, you guys, I will see you next week. Don't forget to comment, video responses, and keep a smile on your face every day. Bye.